All right, number 11 is one of my Hither and Thither problems. And this one got a lot of requests for videos as well, so we'll go ahead and do this one. We have a situation where Hannah is flying her gyrocopter west, 760 miles against a steady headwind. That means she's fighting it on the way, and so her trip takes 8 hours. So Maggie borrows the gyrocopter and heads east 585 miles. Same wind at her back. Her trip only takes 3 hours. So we're assuming the gyrocopter in still air without wind would go the same speed whether Maggie or Hannah are flying it. So we have an air speed of the gyrocopter, so air speed, and we have a wind speed. All right, so this is a distance equals rate times time type problem. So we're going to take advantage of that. Now our distance in the first case, go back here, is 760 miles. So we can create an equation for that. 760 equals, now our rate is a combined rate. She has an airspeed that she's going at, but she's going against the wind, so we're going to subtract wind. And then we know the total is 8 hours, so we have our distance, we have our rate, our combined rate of airspeed minus wind, times 8 hours. Our other situation, Maggie has borrowed the gyrocopter, and she goes a distance of 585 miles. And in this case, the wind is helping her, so she's got her airspeed plus her wind speed. It's a tailwind instead of a headwind. And it takes less time because she's going to be going faster. So 3 hours is our time. So we've got distance equals rate, which is a combined airspeed and wind speed time, wind speed, rate, and then it's times time, or 3. Now, I could approach this in a couple ways. I could distribute the 8 over A and W and get 8A minus 8W, and I could distribute the 3. Or I look at these numbers and I'm suspicious. I'm wondering if 8 goes into 760 neat and tidy. And it turns out it does. It goes into 760 very nicely, 95 times. So if we divide 760 by 8, we get 95. So we can actually factor that out. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 1/8. And that will get me a new equation. That's going to get me 95 equals A minus W. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the same kind of thing with this one. I'm suspicious that 585 might be divisible by 3. I can test that. I count the numbers. 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 5 more is 18. 18 is divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits of a number are divisible by 3, then the number itself is divisible by 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 1/3. That's the same as dividing by 3. By 1/3. 1/3 times 3 cancels the 3 out. 1/8 times 8 cancels the 8 out. So I'm going to figure out what 585 divided by 3 is. And 585 divided by 3 is 195. Now I've got two equations that are a little easier to work with because they have either same or opposite coefficients. Put this down here. Myself a little space to work with. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this here. I'm going to subtract. When I subtract, the A goes away and I get So 195 minus 95 is 100. A is nothing, and I get 2W. So 50 equals the wind speed. Now that I have the wind speed, I can work out my airspeed. Okay, so I can plug in my wind speed to this equation. Yeah. Wind speed is 50. Then I subtract 50 from both sides. And 195 minus 50 is 145. And that equals my airspeed. So my airspeed is going to be 145, 145 mph. And my wind speed that I am fighting is equal to 50 miles per hour. And I have my solution.